Game number 2 is now going to start us up here between these two players down in the bottom right-hand side as our Red Zerg player playing for Star Tail. Actually, we may get a re.
Game paused.
Okay, alright. Apparently we're just checking if everyone's okay with it being cross spawns. No, we're not. What? What? Okay. May have had a little bit of lost in translation there, I'm not actually sure. So, what we'll do, we'll restart. This is starting. This is the curse of Star Station, guys. I tell you what. If anyone doesn't know what I'm talking about, go have a look. I'm sure Nirvana or someone can post the picture from earlier on between Pig and Todd. But okay, I'll tell you the difference between this map in just a second. Alright, so game number 2, attempt number 3. Wait, is it number 3? I don't know, something like that. It is going to be on Star Station. This is going to be the DreamHack version. Now, the DreamHack version of this map does have, it has cross spawns and vertical spawns. So that is the reason why we are changing the map that we've started out on. So here we go, guys, down in the bottom left-hand side, yet again, as our Red Zerg player. He is an absolute force to be reckoned with when it comes to Zerg versus Zerg. His APM so high. He has a lot of skill when it comes to separation of Lings and Banes and all those kinds of things. We saw that displayed in game number 1. It is Startail life. Up at the top left-hand side, traveling all the way from Australia. It is a long flight. I don't know how long it is. It's something incredible. Like, what is it, like 30 hours of travel time or something like that? I don't actually know. Either way, he's journeyed a long way. He's looking to try and take a win here to bring the series back to 1-1. Playing from Team Exile 5, it is Pig. Alright, so this is, sorry, just testing out my arrows there. I may need to draw stuff, you never know. It is Zerg versus Zerg, so it is one of the matchups where I draw quite a lot of stuff when I'm casting. Anyway, so this will be interesting to see how these guys play it out. Of course, very close air positions. They have seen where each other are because Life knows that he went past that Overlord there, would have seen that, and knows that his opponent is in this direction. So, of course, their Overlords will continue to float down that way. And playing it safe, they are going to build these spawning pools here, just on that normal sort of note, and then we'll probably see the expansions come out. Very, very similar builds here from both of these players. Life sending a drone out. Pig gonna send a drone out. It's all very handsome. They're so in sync that they're wearing each other's underwear at this point. It's just going to be a very same kind of game and opening to this. Apart from the fact that Pig is a little bit behind on timing. It's not massive. It's not a huge deal. It's literally like 5 seconds or something like that. But we'll see what Pig is going to do here because, you know, obviously, he needs to win. If he wants to bring this back to 1-1, he needs to get a win here. So he will either need to, you know, play very solid, make sure his concentration is on par for where it normally is. We've seen him just absolutely cruise through DreamHack. You know, he's taken out a couple of really good players. We saw him deal with Slivko. He took out FXO Lucky. He also took out one of the very highly rated Swedish players, Cytoplasm, which was damn impressive as well. I heard that game number 1 was a very long game with Swarm Host and that kind of stuff, so I'm certainly going to have to watch the cast of that one because that sounds like a whole bunch of fun. But then he's still dealing with Life, a very strong Korean Zerg player who has been winning all sorts of things. We'll see what's going to happen here. A couple of Lings making their way out for Pig. He's going to try and scout out what's going on. Queen making her way down towards the natural. She's got her cane. She's slowly walking down there. Pig's going to put it on the ramp. Part of the reason you do this is just to try and make sure that these Lings can't get in, or at least do as much damage as he can. He almost kills off that second one, but the Lings are going to make their way in for Pig. He is going to get through and see what he can find inside the main base. He wants to check out what's going on with the gas, how many drones are also here as well. And Pig's just, no, he's just going to leave it here for the moment. Ling inside the main, trying to get a couple of pokes off on some of these drones. Not going to get too much. The Lings of Pig do make their way through. Getting taken out is one of them. The other one is going to make his way across to the corner of the base. But other than that, Pig's seeing that there is nothing too fancy going on. But what he didn't see is that a Roach Warren has now gone down across the left-hand side of Life's base. So it is looking like the Korean Zerg player is going to look to try and perhaps get some early pressure on with some roaches, something very similar to what Pig did in the previous game. Pig is going to start up a little bit of creep spread here. I'm not sure what that... I think that drone may have been looking to set up a third base, but that'd be absolutely crazy, I'm sure. But, well, we'll see what happens. Yeah, Life has got his lair on the way, so he is going to go for what looks to be a bit of a roach attack, I'm sure. He's got the Roach Warren just finishing up now. We're going to get a few... Well, no, he's going to continue to drone up for the moment. Ling's speed is now just on the way. We can see that Pig, back at home, has got a nice count of drones himself. He's droned up a little bit harder. He's up to 36 right now. But as we can see, Life is going to get started with the Evo chamber back inside his natural base. So he's going to have the option to pick up an upgrade very soon. He does have a second gas and a third one now building. And it looks as if he's just playing safe there, just being careful about what's going on. Life is now scouted out inside the main base. You can see the timing of that lair. He's going to factor that into his various calculations. Pig also going for a double Evo chamber. So this is a very similar build to a couple of games that Pig has had earlier on in the tournament against... who was against I Eat Puppies, we saw this one, and also I believe against Slivko as well, we saw a very similar kind of build, just able to get some upgrades rolling here with the 1-1 on the melee attacks, the missile attacks and also the carapace. The lair coming out very, very soon. We do see that Roach Warren just finishing up in its timing as well, nicely synced up with the lair. As that finishes up, he should be able to start up his Roach speed very soon. So Life back on his side of the map. We don't have any early pushes coming out from him, but just the 6 roaches now starting up, +1 to missile attacks on the way. Roach speed is also being researched. That's a lot further along than Pig's is. So we'll see how these guys want to play it out. It looks like we are going to go up to 3 bases for both of these guys. Just happy to play a little bit of a macro game. The thing about this this kind of base is that it is very, very exposed to attacks. You can have huge concaves that can attack into this base. Of course, it can be negated by the fact that that the other player can get you know, their own sort of concaves on the attacking forces. It's very much dependent on how they choose to engage. But it looks like Pig is going to get out some roaches. Life has got a lot of roaches now starting to pop out. He's actually going to go for what could be a bit of a dangerous attack. Life is going to finish up his movement speed for those roaches. The missile attacks is also researching and is very close to being done as well. He's going to look to try and put some pressure on this third base, and we'll see how effective this is very soon as Pig is slowly creeping his way down, literally with some creep, and the roach is going to come across, see what damage they can get done. This is that sort of that engagement profile we looked at before, where Pig is going to be able to push in from his side and get some damage done, but so is Life. The concave looking good for Life. He also has a few more roaches in the tally right now. 19 roaches. Pig is slowly starting to lose some of his, but he will have reinforcements a little bit closer here. The Queen is going to get picked off. A spine crawler at the back will force Life back for the moment, but this third base is now completely exposed. Life catches the spine crawler as it is reburrowing here to try and get a little bit closer to defend, but the third has been taken out. Life says, peace, thank you for that one. And he's going to even clean up some more of these roaches, and Life is just going to continually bring up roaches into this battle. The roach count sitting at 18 to 10. Pig in a very troublesome spot right now, but he's +1 to carapace, +1 to attack, and now kicking in. Life just has his +1 on attack and a few more roaches. That is it. But he is really starting to make a difference here. Those extra roaches really factoring in, and with his economy going to start to kick up very soon. And in fact, no, he's not. He's just going to continue to roach up. So both players just pressing that SR quite a lot, and they're going to get started with a lot of roaches here in this game. It gets to a point where you kind of say, well, can I stop yet? Because I'm not actually sure if this guy is going to continue roaching himself. Because if I stop, then I might lose the roach count battle, and it kind of gets really, really troublesome for players sometimes when you get stuck into that kind of mode. So we can see that Life is definitely stuck in that mode. He's at 46 drones back at home, but he has to be very careful about engaging up this ramp. You never want to really blindly attack up a ramp here. He does have some overlords across to the side for a bit of vision, so he will know that Pig is off to that just at the top of the ramp there. And Life says, alright, well, I'm just going to build some drones then. I'm going to boost up the economy a little bit. A few more roaches will pop out. +2 to missile attacks is on the way. And Life is, well, he's going to start to lose the roach count here. PiG has 35 out on the map. Another small bunch are just hatching out now as well. And with this 1-1, he may just commit to a very big attack here. Continually building up some more roaches. He is a little bit supply blocked, but that has now been fixed up by a couple of overlords hatching out. And PiG is going to try and push forward. He's going to try and take advantage of the fact that he does have +1 on his carapace. Life now building up another 9 roaches to try and resupply his count, but PiG is going to move forward. If he can take out this hatchery, that would be a very nice little win here in this battle between PiG and Life. He corners the roaches. He says, thank you, I'll take some of that back. Kills off some of the roaches, but Life comes across and he's going to be able to get his own here, but the upgrades are really factoring in here for PiG. He's going to start streaming his own roaches across the map. The roach count sitting at 7 to 26, and Life GG's. Game number 2 goes the way of Exile 5. PiG very happy as the Australian contingent in the stream. I can certainly see that. That was a really, really interesting play. He lost the third. Instead of wanting to rebuild it, he says, you know what? I'm just going to build a lot of roaches and we'll be all good because I've got +1 carapace, you don't. And, well, he just certainly took advantage of a really nice timing there. So